compact structure represents the content knowledge that we have and all that. Okay, and the ideal idea that we have about students and how we want to conduct the class. And then after that, this is the cup that represents the way teachers see things. Like for example, like the way we see how the program or the course should be is this way. So it's not upside down, it's not horizontal, all right. And then after that, this is the thoughts that we have. So we can be adaptive, we can be flexible, but then how do we use that, the thoughts or our philosophies in education that we are using, the theories that we are using and all that. Okay, so from here, if you notice that there are two phases, so the happy teachers and also the doubtful teachers, maybe the worried teachers. Okay, because although we have our own philosophies of in education, however, sometimes it might not project that well in our teaching, for example. Okay, so the other model is actually represent the students. So if you can see that the structure is a little bit different as compared to the teacher's structure. So our learning outcome based on our learning outlines and all that, the CLO, PLO, PEO and all that, and niche areas. However, the students might have different ideas about the learning outcomes. So the process, the teaching process will actually eventually will show us this. So this is the outcome. So again, if you notice that the way the students see things will be different. So to us, the cup should be this way, but to them, the cup can be anywhere. But we don't know how to make it, so we do all sort of things. Yeah. All right. So it can be sad for the students because somehow, like from the experience shared by our panelists and also our colleagues earlier on. So for example, like, oh, this is not what I want you to produce. Okay. So maybe for the students, it's demotivating. All right. But they might be happy if we said that, oh yeah, that is one of the way how to think about it, or how to come up with the outcomes, or the learning outcome is actually acceptable. Okay, and then this is the other elements, the cognitive ability that they have actually. So, you know, different students are affected by different motivation, different attitudes, different background. Even students also coming from different backgrounds. So that already shows us that they have different types of motivations, like the sharing by all of us and including the session from this morning. So we know that the motivation can come from the parents, even the pressure can also come from the parents, also from their previous schools and all that. So that actually affects the way they think and the way they make connections and the prior knowledge that they have. So what we teach them, can we connect them or not? That will be the gap that we are supposed to bridge. Okay, so we were talking a little bit about, are we minimizing the gap or are we bridging the gap? So that is the questions that we still try to find out. So I think I would not say this is like a very complete model, because as teachers ourselves, we are still trying to figure out. So we constantly have to find motivation to motivate the students in a way how that can actually support our bridge. Maybe you can build the bridge, but is the bridge firm enough? Okay, so so these slides actually I just make use. I'm just gorenging this thing. Okay, it's either you find the lights to build the bridge, or the light is off. So where maybe you are at the point where you're giving up on trying. Okay, so things like that. So we haven't thought about we have thought about maybe philosophies that we have. We don't stick to the philosophies alone. We have to compare, we have to make use of other philosophies. Where it works, then maybe we put it as our foundation to build the bridge, a stronger bridge. Yeah. Then maybe our students, instead of like showing us this face, they might become a very happy one.
But still upside down.
Yeah. Upside down, but it's okay. The way we see the world, you know, it's even the world is not always rotating. In the same, not the same, how do you call it? Yeah, perspective. So even the world rotates and all that, and then go around. Yeah. So, yeah. Sometimes they can have the obstacles also. So they might be, again, sad. But then that's why you have to constantly find ways. Yeah. And then like what we were talking earlier on during our class, that the world is evolving. We have to move together with the advancements of the world. Yeah. Even technology is changing nowadays. All right. So I think that's all.